morning, everybody, and welcome to This Week in Dioramas. I am your host, TechChucker. If you aren't familiar with how this show operates, every week I go through Instagram looking for the coolest looking dioramas, and I showcase them right here on the show. If you would like to be showcased in a future episode, all you need to do is upload your diorama pictures to Instagram and tag them with the hashtag ThisweekInDioramas. We've got an amazing lineup of dioramas to showcase for you this week, as always. Before we do that, I want to say thank you to those of you that participated in my silly little scavenger hunt last week. There was one of you, only one, that got the phrase completely right. Several of you were so close. You were 3 words in, but there was 4 words. The winner was Star Marvel 76. You got it right. The phrase was, start making dioramas today, which is, I think, very wise. A very wise recommendation. So congratulations, I award you 7 TechChucker points. You can redeem them for nothing because it's worth nothing, but we're not gonna waste any more time. Thank you again. We're gonna just jump right on into the showcase. Alrighty, let's go ahead and get this show on the road. I just topped off my coffee. I was gonna do my traditional slurp, but it is so freaking hot I can't do it. It'll scald my throat. So let's just jump right on into it. Sans slurp, starting off with laser shot dioramas. Here it is, the Orca, built for the NECA official Quint. This is spectacularly done. We are definitely gonna need a bigger boat. This is so well done. I love this. If you're not familiar? I said that weird. If you're not familiar, this is Jaws. This is from Jaws, and I absolutely dig it. You did a great job with the paintwork, with the weathering of the wood. It just all turned out so very well. I really love this piece. And the fact that we passed the picture, but there was a little bit of blood that you had on the edge, which is so cool. This chair, the fishing chair, amazing. You've got the pole holders, the brace for the feet. I mean, it's just details galore throughout. Here's that blood that I was talking about. Awesome details. I really dig this piece. You did a spectacular job on it. Next, coming from the Shadow Gallery 718 out of Williamsburg, Brooklyn, New York City. Stay safe there, my brother. This is looking awesome. I am the Force. The Force is with me. Did this diorama 28 feet, 28 inches by 16 inches by 9 inches deep. This is awesome. I too am working on a space diorama. Not sure mine's gonna turn out as awesome as this. This looks so good. I just love all the details with the, what do they call it? Kibble? Some people call, somebody explain in the comments, those Transformers folks, and I could ask T-Man about it. What specifically is kibble? I want to know. But this thing looks so good. I love this piece right in the smack dab center. It looks to have a light in it. I mean, the details are just amazing. I love it. These doors look so fantastic. I love it. You did a great job on this. Next, coming from Oak Hill Studios, this is an absolutely beautiful piece. I mean, just stunning. I am so impressed with it. I've been watching some of the posts that you've been putting up of different pieces. Originally, I had just this tree trunk little hut, and then you added on, and my gosh, this thing looks so beautiful. The cobwebs, the moss that's growing on there, the grass, it's just so it's so good. Let's see, nobody likes to build suspense more than me with the reveal of my monthly pieces. Well, why not? Exactly, why not? Work the butt off and invest a lot of time. You should, and you should get as much praise for your work, and especially this piece. It is so amazing. Let's see, further delay, here is finished entry into Dark Elf Girl May Diorama competition. I really need to hit you up to find out where you're finding all of these competitions that you're entering. It is from the Brothers Grimm. If you're not familiar, what this is truly from, and wow, this thing is just so well done. The paintwork on these stones, the paintwork on the tree. This is just so amazing. I love the light in there, and I'm pretty confident that you at least painted the little miniatures. Let me know. I don't recall what I saw in the rest of your posts for the behind the scenes, but this thing is just, wow, amazing. Next up, coming from V2 Garage, we've showcased them once or twice before. You posted a boatload to the hashtag, and I very much appreciate it. I will not, unfortunately, be able to get through all of them, so I grabbed this one. This is one of my favorites, and this thing is stunning. The paintwork is so good. Even though it's grays, it just stands out so well with the weathering throughout. On the walls here, you've got a lighter color, almost off-white that's just been dirtied and grimed over years. You've got some bluish grays down here, almost green on the cupboards or the cabinets. It's just chock full of details. This door is, oh, so good. I am just amazed with the way that this turned out. You did a great job. He's got another picture elsewhere on his profile with the actual Punisher figure in on this, and I would highly recommend you go check them out because there's just so many amazing pieces that they've posted. I'll never be able to get through them all. Next is coming from Kentucky Cat 22, and wow, this piece is amazing. You really nailed it with both your paintwork, the sculpt of the bricks, the way that this, it's almost like a stucco sort of something that's been put on top of the brick, and the brick is showing through a little bit, and then we've got the moss that's been growing throughout. That is just such great work. I really love the way that this turned out. These wooden slats with the little bits of moss on there as well looks so good. You've mixed a great amount of kind of monochrome, is that the right word? Just kind of flat color with the white and sort of reddish but a little bit closer to brown, maybe black with the brick, and then you splash it with little bits of color with the green here, and that is so awesome. The pictures have so much atmosphere. I don't know if you're using a fog machine or smoke machine or whatever, or if it just happens to be that you've got some nice dust naturally in your air, but this just gives it a nice air of sunlight coming through. And you even mentioned in here that you really wanted something that you could use with lots of different lighting effects. You definitely achieved it. What they're talking about is to be able to, one, have the slats here and the full open window. So if you used a really harsh light, you can get that light effect, so you can see the slat light here, which is, I mean, so awesome. You could, even if you didn't have this built into your diorama, if you just used little sticks or pieces of something to create that and put it in front of your lights, you could kind of, replicate that a little bit. But then you also have this little bit here that doesn't have necessarily the slats. I mean, it just, I love it. I love every bit of this piece. It is so well done. The floor looks awesome. I'm just, wow, very impressed. Next, coming from Dark Elf Girl. So this is the person that Oak Hill had, they had tagged, I think. I gotta be careful with this piece because this lady is not 100% dressed. But I wanted to showcase this anyway, so I may have to blur parts of her out so YouTube doesn't freak out on me. I don't know if Instagram is a little more free than YouTube, but YouTube will nail me. This piece is stunning. I love the pinks with the little bits of white and whatnot. They go through some explanation about where each of the pieces came from. The base was a randomly failed 3D print. Tree trunk came from Woodland Scenics. If you've been doing anything dioramas for any amount of time, you should be familiar with Woodland Scenics by now. They added a bunch of stuff. They customized it and painted it up, and this just looks so good. There, we'll go ahead and start blurring some of that stuff out, but this just looks so cool. I love the details. The gems That looks cool. I love the color scheme of the pink on the black. It's just such a great looking piece. So amazing job. I'm glad that I found your post. I found it just by searching dioramas, I think. So I hope that we will see more work from you in the near future. This one is coming from Yvys. Yvys. I don't know how to pronounce that, so I apologize if it is your name. But this piece is very, very cool. It's a barbershop. What do we got? 2020, 21. This just looks so cool. The details with the chairs. I love the vibrance of this blue color. It just looks so cool. The little awning, or it's not an awning. It's the garage door style roll-up door, which looks awesome. I think you just did a great job. You can see the scale here. Just stunning work. I think it looks so good. I don't think that video will play. Look at this little mirror. That's cool. That is cool. It's kind of a dangerous thing to work with mirrors and pictures, photography, because you're almost always going to get your camera in there. But at this angle, awesome. No camera, still you have that illusion. And look at these little tools. Those are cool. Did you hand make those, or are these things that you get from somewhere? Because all of this stuff looks so precise. It looks so good. I am very impressed. So great job. This next one really caught my eye. I don't remember what I was searching, but I found it and I was really quite stunned by it. It looks so good. Now, this person, she is probably not really a big diorama person. More so, it appears she is a photographer. Photography is really hard to get noticed on Instagram. I have my own account for just my photography stuff. It's TechChucker_pics if you're interested. I don't really do action figure stuff or diorama stuff there. It's more landscape, nature, whatever. I'm just getting started. But I really love photography. You'll notice throughout the show always I'm trying to note really good photography stuff as well, and this is one that I just had to showcase because she's got some behind the scenes. Now this is a little Red Riding Hood scene, and I don't know if you made this building or not, or the trees, but I don't really care because it's so well done. The picture, it looks so cool. I love the ambiance. Not sure if the smoke is real or if that's some sort of Photoshop, but here is the behind the scenes that just really struck me. This light, to be able to get that nice soft light, looks so cool. So really awesome. I hope that you'd consider doing more diorama miniature sort of photography because it looks really cool. But yeah, it's really awesome. Great job. Really digging on the piece. Next up, coming from Diorama 1.18, and this piece, they're saying that it's not quite done, that there's still some pictures that need to be added, but I really love this. I think so let me see. This is the original in real life, I think, and now they just need to add all of those pictures onto their version. My first, initial thought when I saw this was that this was also the diorama. I wasn't certain which one was real, which one was diorama fake. So awesome. Can't wait to see what it looks like when you finished all of this up because it already looks really well done. Next, coming from hack_life, it's just this one picture, but the details in here are really quite amazing. Let's see, added this little detail to the 1/12 AC unit. These wires, anytime you can add wires to a diorama, that's always going to increase the realism of the piece. And this just looks so good. The fan, you must have reused this from something else. I don't know. It just looks great. The weathering on here, the paint, everything just looks so good. But the wires, to add the wires, I love it. It's so good. And it's something so easy. You can pull from a toy or whatever and get some really small wires and utilize that in your diorama. And it's always going to add to the look of the piece. This one's coming from Jax Dio. Let's see, Back to the Future playset, poor Gohan. Okay, this is not my language. This looks awesome. I love the rocks, the concrete here. You've got some rebar coming out. That's a nice detail that you added in here. It just looks really good. Your work always is so clean. It looks so professional. It looks like it looks like it's coming from Sideshow or Hot Toys or whatever, because it just looks so great. I love the green mosses here. It looks awesome. Did you make this tree? How'd you make the tree? I gotta know how that was made because it looks awesome. My tree that I made looks okay. Yours looks really good. It looks like real dead wood, so great job. Next up, coming from the Beyond 1138, is an Evil Dead cabin. And I say this several times throughout different videos. I really like these dios where you kind of split the diorama or the scene in half. So we're really only seeing part of it, especially when you're splitting, say, a door or whatever. It's just kind of cool. It leaves a lot to the imagination, and I really like that. I like the simpleness to a degree, but it's still, there's some nice structure to it that you've added in. It's going to be a great piece to go with your Evil Dead figures. A little bit of blood splatter there, which is awesome. The home sweet home, just a really solid looking piece, so great job. Next, we've got a pretty sweet looking dio from Sage JDG. If you're not familiar with him, you should be following him on Instagram. This is a Detolf style diorama. Oftentimes we see these for the Dragon Ball Z figures, but obviously you can put pretty much anything on here. Solid looking piece, love the grass, lots of area to be able to pose your figures. I really like these little kind of like pedestal sort of dioramas as well. Fits awesome within the Detolf, so great job on this piece. This next one is coming from Dart Side Scenics. Added some trees over the bluebells. The moss has been added to the walls, etc., etc. Just the detail on here is so impressive. It's so realistic. These flowers are just spectacular looking, and then the lighting that you got with this shot, very golden hour kind of look that you've got going on. And just look at this wider shot. It is so realistic looking. The boulders for the wall look so realistic. The paint apps are amazing. These trees look great. Even the little fence that you've got here, or the gate into the pasture or whatever, is so nice looking. So great job on this piece. This next one is coming from Dioramas _EC, and this looks to be like a clock tower. I'm not certain that I understand. So we've got Athena, so Saint Seiya of some sort, and this is very impressive. I really like the lights that you've got here. Maybe it's not a clock tower. I don't know. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. No, it definitely can't. At least not a clock tower for our clock that we know these days. But this looks really cool. I really like the sculpt work that you've got throughout on here. Looks really, really cool. Very unique. Very big. You can see there's a little like end table or something here. This thing has got to be massive. What is that? It's like I don't know what that is. It looks like it's a sundial of some sort or something. I don't know, but it looks awesome. I love the cracks that you've got, carved in throughout here. Just a really, really cool looking piece. This next one is coming from Our Lil Creations, and in here they've written, it was an honor to make this little commissioned loft piece for Joel something and Ace 328's anniversary. So many details to remind them of their first place together, and it is spectacular looking. The detail on here, just look how this is. Maybe it's not a restaurant, it's a loft. They said it's a loft. It just is so impressive looking. All of these amazing little pieces of furniture, I'm pretty sure they're all made scratch built. I just am so impressed with it. I love the paint colors that you chose for the walls, and then look at the exterior. This is amazing. The detail is so good. The texture, the windows, everything is just so impressive looking. And check this out. What a great presentation with the box. It's got, I believe, the room number or the house number. That is so amazing. There's so many great details. And did you see that? Little outlets, power outlets. So good. Amazing. Next, coming from Henry715, does a lot of really great props. Make sure you are following him. He used to do a lot of what do you call it? Different raffles for different figures. I don't know if he's still doing that or not, but he is still selling these different props in this little dumpster. It's been a while since I've gone on a dumpster dive into different props. You like where I went with that? That was really good. I just made it up as I was talking. This thing is super impressive. The graffiti and the weathering are so well done. Just look at the little bits of orangish rust color and then all of the tags that are on here. It's just so very cool looking. So if this is something that you are interested in, definitely hit him up. He is constantly putting out amazing looking stuff just like this. So this is the guy to go to if you need something like this and you don't know how to make it yourself. Next, coming from Fernando Rojas, another amazing and realistic looking diorama. This is such talent, and I'm always just impressed with your work, so I'm pretty much always going to share his work every time he posts something. I don't even care if I've shared it before because it's just so good. Just look at the workmanship here. It's so amazing. Make sure you are following him because the talent is just overflowing. Next, coming from Badger Dio. This is a 1/12 scale loading bay Dio, sold already, so apologies if you would have liked to buy this. If you want something like this, hit him up because obviously he's doing commissions. This is a really nice looking piece. It's very cleanly done. The brickwork is so nice, and I love the paintwork. I love the dual garage doors here. You can see the little semis would pull up right there and load or unload. Looking awesome. Love the signage that you've got on here. Lots of potential for someone to throw in different props and action figures and take some really cool looking pictures. Okay, next up we've got this one coming from Plastic Gimmick, new Dio, third-ish build. So still, new to the diorama scene, I guess, and this is looking very nice. I really like the way that you did the mortar. I have to say, it doesn't look like you used like the drywall mud. It looks almost like you painted it. Did you paint the mortar? Oftentimes, and I've seen people try to do the painting of the mortar, and it often doesn't come out looking right. This actually looks really good. You did a really nice job with it if it is painted. I really like this yellow that you've got here. That looks great. The weathering on it looks awesome. I like the cracks that you've got throughout here. The signage is awesome. So very nicely done on this piece. Next is coming from Dioramas Tom. This is the Reggae Cabin. It's a tribute to the 40th anniversary of the death of reggae king Bob Marley. This diorama, there are 13 Bob songs represented by the elements in the model. So I have to apologize, I don't know much about Bob Marley. I've seen all of the shirts and all of that, but I don't know any of the songs, so I'm not going to be able to pick any of it out. But I'm sure those of you that are fans of Bob Marley are gonna just love the little Easter eggs that are throughout here. The details are spectacular. It's so amazing the work that you've done with this. The paint on the wood here looks so nice. I love that green color. The little awning roof looks great with the corrugated steel. That looks so good. And I love the fact that you've got architectural elements throughout. You can see underneath the floorboards you've got the joists, floor joists, which is so cool. All of the details on here. I would really love to know where you got these guitars and all of these props. They look so good. I'm guessing that you painted these because I doubt that anybody can find straight from the store guitars that look this detailed. I mean, this is just so well done. I am so impressed by your work. So awesome job. What a great tribute. Wow. That's all I can say is just wow. Next, coming from Diorama Boy, a little something they knocked up over the last 3 days. 1/12 scale, fully magnetized, 24 inches deep, 14 inches wide, 15 inches high. This is so realistic looking. I mean, it's just wow. The lines on here are so clean. The cinder blocks just look so realistic. The paintwork on here, the weathering really makes this look like it is straight from the real world. Wow, holy crap. This is just amazing. So well done. It's a great job. And last but not least, coming from Okamono Sakai, let me know if I came close to saying your name right. These little Pokeball, kind of like globe-like scenes that you create are just so cool. They're so fun. They're so tiny and detailed. I mean, you just look at this little scene here and it's just amazing, and I love the colors. It's such vibrant colors that you've chosen with these little plants and whatnot that you've got in here are so detailed. I would love to know where these little plants are coming from. Are you making these from scratch? I need to know a little bit more about these things because they're so unique. I've shared one or two of your posts before, and I can't get enough of these. They're so cool. My kids would just go bonkers if they saw these. It's just, wow. These are so amazing. You got like a little nuclear plant here. It's just, wow, the details on such a small piece. And then look at that. You've got lights within. That is amazing. I am so impressed by these pieces. So amazing job to everybody who participated this week. Wow. That's all I can say is just wow. Alrighty, there you have it, folks. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, the bell notification, whatever other buttons YouTube wants you to press. Share the video out, let people know to use that hashtag Thisweekindioramas when they're posting their diorama pictures, and they too might get showcased in a future episode. Thank you to everybody. Have a great weekend. Have a bowl of cereal on me and a cup of coffee on me. Actually, you're gonna have to pay for it yourself because I'm not gonna buy everybody. Anyway, you get what I'm saying. We'll see you in the next episode.